Hello and welcome to another episode of Football Talk Podcast. My name is Ozzie and I'm your host for today's show. Now, match week 32, 8 games were played over the weekend and there were plenty of goals and headlines to go with it. But before we review the big game, which was Arsenal versus Southampton, we have to talk about the Newcastle game. What a mental scoreline. Newcastle 6, Tottenham 1. Now, Tottenham conceded 5 goals in the opening 21 minutes. Now, Newcastle treated that game like this was some sort of team bonding session at a shooting range. Literally gunshots everywhere. No lie at all. Now, let's go through the goals. The first goal, Jacob Ramsey scores from close range as Neto fails to parry away Joe Linton's effort on goal. 2-0 up. Speaking of the man, Joe Linton, he has another shot towards goal, but this time he scores after going around the keeper and hitting the empty net. The third goal was just outrageous. Jacob Ramsey hits a beautiful shot from distance, simply unstoppable. He certainly ate his Weetabix that morning, that's for sure. 4-0, and speaking of outrageous, Willock was definitely watching some Ricardo Quaresma compilations before the game because that assist with the outside of his foot was just absolutely ridiculous. And it was at the halfway line as well. For me, that has to be the assist of the season. If there's an award for that, I'm not sure. But I think they should create one alone just for that goal itself. Isaac was the goal scorer as he goes through on goal and applies the finish. And then 5-0, Isaac gets his second goal with a nice finish from the right-hand side. His reaction for the celebration was hilarious. He just didn't know what was happening. Couldn't believe how easy it was. And Harry Kane gets the consolation for Tottenham with a left-footed strike, which makes it 5-1. And Callum Wilson completes the game for Newcastle's 6th goal and makes it 6-1. So you wouldn't think these two teams are fighting for top 4 right now. Newcastle are just levels above Tottenham. And it was literally boys against men in this, well, should I say men's against boys in this game. Fantastic win for Newcastle, but worrying for Tottenham. I think it was actually breaking news earlier today that they sacked their caretaker manager. I believe it's Ryan Mason who is going to be replacing him. So another interim or caretaker manager in place. So it doesn't look like there's a strategy at Tottenham. They're not anywhere close to appointing a permanent manager. It looks like Nagelsmann is the guy that they want, but I'm not sure he's coming anytime soon. For me, it's probably fair to assume that Tottenham have blown their chances of getting 4th spot. If they're not careful, they could be moving further down the table if they continue to produce performances like that. They face Liverpool later on this week. And honestly speaking, as a Liverpool fan, we're rubbing our hands, just like Michael on here in the clip, because that is an enticing fixture for us and probably a prospect of destroying Tottenham in the same manner as Newcastle. So, one to look forward to. Now, let's talk about the big game. Arsenal versus Southampton. So, this concluded 3-3, and this was a mental game. I'm sure the opening 15 minutes took everyone by surprise. The first goal was a big mistake by Aaron Ramsdale. Gives the ball away to Alcaraz, who hits a nicely placed shot over the keeper. 1-0 to Southampton. And Alcaraz is at it again as he threads the ball to the former gunner, Theo Walcott, and he finishes clinically into the bottom corner. Arsenal at that stage are all over the place. They are a bag of nerves and they need to wake up and step out of it, to be fair. Zinchenko tries to rally them up. To be fair, it doesn't look like anyone was listening to him at that stage. But Martinelli gets the Gunners back in the game with the 20th minute. Great play by Saka on the right wing. 3-1. Southampton hit back, unfortunately, with Saleta Cha, I believe that's how you pronounce it, scores a header from a corner in the 66th minute. 3-2 is 3-2. Arsenal showed a fighting spirit as their captain Odegaard gets a goal from the right-hand side. Lovely finish from him. And a crucial moment comes in the 90th minute as Saka gets the final goal to equalise for Arsenal. Now, in fact, they were actually close to getting a winner. Trossard hits the crossbar just before the end of the game. So only time will tell if this was a point gained or 2 points dropped. But this drop in form is reducing Arsenal's chances of claiming that title. They haven't won a game in April. That's the third draw in a row. So that's 3 points gained, 6 points dropped from 3 games in total. So it's not looking good. But if you're an Arsenal fan, you still have to keep some faith, keep the hope alive. Big game, obviously, against Man City this Wednesday. That will certainly define their season altogether. Now, the next game, another crazy scoreline, Liverpool versus Nottingham Forest, which concluded 3-2. Liverpool trying to notch up back-to-back wins, and they just about managed it, to be fair, against Nottingham Forest. All action took place in the second half as Liverpool opened the scoreline in the 47th minute. Now, this man is back in form. Jota the Shotter. That's what we like to call him as Liverpool fans. Gets his first goal of the season. Fabinho nods the ball towards the 6-yard box and Jota applies a header to get the finish. But it was a former Red who gets the equaliser. Nico Williams with a deflected shot. Unlucky for Alisson. He tried to get the ball but just didn't have enough power to parry the ball away. 2-1. Again, gunshots for Jota the Shotter. Set piece from Robertson. Jota shows his quality. Beautifully chests the ball towards his knee, and it hits a left-footed volley. Lovely finish from the Portuguese striker there. That's Jota's 4th goal of this season. He's just equalised Anthony and Sancho's goal tally for the season in 1 week now. Just saying, don't shoot the messenger. You know, the stats are there for everyone to see. 2-2, Gibbs White gets the equaliser for Forest. Another deflected goal, but a nice finish from the edge of the box, despite being off balance. 3-2, Liverpool get the winner through Mo Salah. Another assist for Trent Alexander from a set piece. That's 3 assists in 3 games for him. Not bad in doing his new inverted role there. Forest had a couple of chances towards the end and could have easily have got another equaliser and possibly even the winner. Complete chaos towards the end, but Liverpool managed to get the W. 2 wins in a row, and we're playing West Ham on Wednesday. Let's hope we can make it 3 in a row. And speaking of West Ham, they found their shooting boots and a great win against Bournemouth. And the result was 4-0. First goal was Antonio. He gets a goal from a header. And another header to make it 2-0. But this time it was from Paqueta. And then the third goal was probably my favorite of the game. Declan Rice lashes onto the ball and hits the back of the net. And what a strike it was from the England midfielder. 4-0. Fornals scores an audacious goal. I would like to call it a scorpion kick, but not sure what it was. But to be fair, I think it was more of an improvisation more than anything else, and it goes a long way. So in the end, he's got his goal and he's got his team the 3 points in the end. So that win puts West Ham in 13th place with 34 points now. They're picking up form at the right time and should be fine, in my opinion, to avoid the drop. Just got a few comments here before I conclude. So comment here from United Community Channel. Big up yourself. Thank you for tuning in. Make sure, guys, to follow United Community Channel as well. Brush says like, share, and sub. Thank you, Brush, as always, for your support. And you've got Joe Blackman saying, what's good, people? Hope you're well, Joe. Thank you for tuning in. Now, in terms of other games, Fulham beat Leeds United 2-1. Now, goals from Wilson and Pereira for Fulham. And what a strike it was by Wilson, by the way. Hit the crossbar in beautiful left-footed effort. Leeds get consolation goal through a Paulinho on goal. But worrying time for Leeds, who are only a point above the relegation zone. So big game tomorrow. They actually play Leicester City. So that's a 6-pointer altogether. And it's going to be a big game for both teams. And speaking of Leicester, they managed to get a win against Wolves. So the Foxes get a huge win. And it was Castagne who gets the late winner. Big game tomorrow, as I said. If they can win it, I think it will give them the momentum to climb up the table. Brentford versus Villa, evenly contested game. Douglas gets the point for Villa. Still undefeated Villa since February, which is crazy. They're in such good, rich vein of form right now. Crystal Palace versus Everton was a stalemate at Selhurst Park. Eze did actually score a fantastic lob, but unfortunately he was ruled offside by VAR. Holgate gets a red card, and for me, fully deserved. I don't rate that guy at all. And that's Match Week 32 review. So before we conclude the show, it's time to announce our FPL Manager of the Week. And that's congrats to Huena Malik, and her team is Speedy Gonzala, and she got 86 points. So well done to Huena, who is actually, in fact, my missus. So well done to her. Winning just comes natural in our household, so a good week for us. And that's the end of the show. So thank you to everyone who's tuned in. If you haven't already, please don't forget to hit the like and subscribe button. I'm trying to get 100 subs before the end of the season. So please make sure you share the channel with your friends and family and spread the word. Try and get as many subscribers before the season concludes. Next show will be taking place tomorrow evening, as I will be doing a match preview of West Ham versus Liverpool. So until next time, guys, take care, stay safe, and I hope to see you all very soon. Goodbye.